Hey guys, Kaz here. We're out in the forest this week and we're at survival camp. In front of me, I have several different ways of water purification. To my left, I have the Sawyer system. This is a 0.1 micron filter. This will filter out all the bacteria and all the bad things that are in water so you can make it drinkable. To my left here also, I have the MSR bag. And Ryan, what kind of bag is this?
The dromedary, MSR dromedary.
This is the dromedary MSR bag. This also has a Sawyer filter. It's called a Sawyer Mini. It's also a 0.1 micron water filter. It filters the exact same thing as this does. The only difference is this is my rustic design and this is a professional design. When you filter your water, you put it into a holding tank just like this. Besides doing filtration, you can also boil your water, okay? There's great things about boiling your water because this basically kills everything that's in the water. The only difference is that you need to strain it before you put it in the pot to remove any sediment, maybe some bark, maybe some loose sand from collecting it from the river or the lake that you've collected it from. So if you filter it and then boil it, you're going to kill everything that's in there. But you have to have it at a running boil for several minutes to make sure that it's purified. In an emergency, you can use purification tablets, which is what I have here, okay? Now this is what would be considered raw water from a water source. Again, maybe a lake or a river. But these tablets is not something that you want to use long term. These tablets here are only for emergency only. This isn't for sustaining your camp. This is only for emergency. Now, I'm going to show you how you use these tablets and how they actually go into the bottle of water. And I will be right back and I'm going to show you how to use these tablets. Alright guys, so here I have the tablets here in this pan to the left, and if you notice it's a 1 and 2 step process. The first thing you'll notice is that the first step process, the pills or tablets, whatever you want to call them, are actually like a tan, like a greenish tan color, and what that does is that actually purifies the water. What that does is it kills all the bacteria, all the bad stuff that's in the water so it can make it drinkable. Now the second stage is an optional stage. You don't necessarily have to use it, but what it does is it makes the water clear again. So this 2-step process takes about 35 minutes. The first process with the darker tablets, what you're going to do is you're going to put it in the bottle that you have the raw water, and you're going to shake it up and mix it up real well. Okay, that process takes 30 minutes to kill all the bacteria that's in the water and make sure that it's drinkable, okay? Now, how you use these tablets is you use 1 tablet per pint. You use 1 tablet per pint. And the same amount of tablets for the second step. You use 1 tablet per pint. So now if you have liters, okay, you just basically have to do the transition. It's going to be basically the same because 2 pints makes a quart. And a liter is essentially close enough to 1 quart. So basically you're going to use the same amount of tablets whether you have liters or quarts or gallons. Alright guys, in this segment I'm going to actually demonstrate using these tablets. I'm going to show you what happens to the water, how to disinfect the water, how to disinfect the mouth of the jug that you're using. And this is going to take a 30-minute process before we come back and use the second step. It's actually really easy. All you do is open your jug, and since this is a 3-liter jug, that means I'm going to use 6 tablets because essentially there's going to be 6 pints in here. Even though it's 3 liters, it's close enough to a pint. So it's 1 tablet per pint, and there's approximately 6 pints in here, so we're going to use 6 tablets. And you're going to notice the water is going to change color almost immediately. Okay? Now you're going to notice that this water is going to turn into a rusty color. Alright, so we need to put the tablets in here. And we need to wait a few minutes. Alright, we need to let them soften up a little bit. Okay? So we're going to let that happen. Alright, we're going to let this sit. You can already see that the tablets down here are starting to dissolve. And you can see that they're starting to change color already. Alright guys, it's been 5 minutes, and as you can see that the tablets have now beginning to disintegrate inside the bottle of water. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shake this up, and you're going to see how the water changes color. You see how it's turning into a rust color? You can clearly see that the water has changed color. You can clearly see that it's now cloudy. It's got like a yellowish, brownish hue to it. And so now this is purifying the water on the inside. Now, as I said, we need to purify this lip and the mouth of the container. So all we're going to do, we're going to slightly loosen this. And what we want is we just want some water to drip out. So we're going to hold it upside down. All right? And we're going to be very careful here. We're just going to loosen it just a little bit so we can get some water to come out. All right? Be very careful. We don't want to dump out our source. Okay, so we just want, okay, and see that? We just want to make sure we cover the whole mouth of the jug of the container. All right, and tighten that back up. Now what that's going to do is that's going to purify the mouth of the jug, so everything inside this jug is now going to be purified. Now we have to wait 30 minutes before we do the second step of the water purification. Alright guys, welcome back. As you can tell, it's been at least 30 minutes because of the change of the sunlight. The sunlight is now on my face, as before it wasn't, so it's been at least 30 minutes, and we've done the first process of the water purification. And basically what that entails is putting in the brown tablets, and it makes your water very cloudy. Now, our water is all purified. I'm going to shake it up just to make sure everything is done. And if you remember, we also purified the jug and the lid of the jug that's here. So now what we're going to do is, you could technically drink the water like this, but it's going to taste kind of bad. And if you were to show this water to somebody, they're probably not going to drink it because it is this tannish, brownish kind of a color. And they're not going to believe you that this is actually good water to drink, even though it is. I mean, you could technically drink it, okay? So now what we're going to do is we're going to do the second portion, okay? And what that is, that's going to make this water clear, okay? Now, I have the tablets over here, and these are the white tablets, okay? Now, again, we're going to use 6 tablets just like we did but the first time. The first time we used 6 brown tablets. Now we're going to use 6 white tablets. Okay. Now this process is a lot shorter. Okay. This is only going to take 5 minutes, and it's almost instantaneous. So I'm going to open this up. I'm going to drop these tablets in. Okay. And you're going to see very quickly that this water is going to start changing. Okay, it's going to take about 5 minutes possibly, and you can already see how the water is starting to clear. You see that? It's changing colors already. That's really quick. See how quick it's changing? That's pretty amazing. It's clearing right up. Look at that, right in front of your eyes. Okay, now we're going to let this sit for about 5 minutes. It's almost perfectly clear. Pretty quick. We're going to come back in 5 minutes, and I'm going to show you what the water is going to look like then. Alright guys, so it's been several minutes since we added the white tablets, and as you can see that the water is now clear, but it's still cloudy. Okay, this is now purified water. You can drink it, and again, you know, this is why this is not a reliable, continuous source, because there are chemicals in here, and even though it's safe to drink, it's not safe to drink day after day after day after day. This is in an emergency survival situation only. Now, to get it this way, you can see it's still a bit cloudy, but it's completely safe. And what we did is we did step 1, which then takes 30 minutes. We did step 2, which takes at least 5 minutes. So between you gathering the water and purifying the water, you're looking at anywhere between 40 to 50 minutes before it's ready. And in a survival situation, You may not have that time to get this done, okay? So if you're in a serious situation, these filters are the best way to go, because once it's through the filter, it's ready to drink. This takes some time, and it's not 100% pure. You can see it's cloudy, but you can drink it. You can be rest assured that there's nothing wrong with it. Filtration, you can also boil your water, okay? There's great things about boiling your water because this basically kills everything that's in the water. The only difference is that you need to strain it before you put it in the pot to remove any sediment, maybe some bark, maybe some loose sand from collecting it from the river or the lake that you've cleared your filter. It's called a Sawyer Mini. It's also a 0.1 micron water filter. It filters the exact same thing as this does. The only difference is this is my rustic design and this is a professional design. When you filter your water, you put it into a holding tank just like this. Besides doing, this is a 0.1 micron filter. This will filter out all the bacteria and all the bad things that are in water so you can make it drinkable. To my left here also, I have the MSR bag. And Ryan, what kind of bag is this?
The dromedary, MSR dromedary.
This is the dromedary MSR bag. This also has a soy. Hey guys, Kaz here. We're out in the forest this week and we're at survival camp. In front of me, I have several different ways of water purification. To my left, I have the Sawyer system, collected it from. So if you filter it and then boil it, you're going to kill everything that's in there. But you have to have it at a running boil for several minutes to make sure that it's purified. In an emergency, you can use purification tablets, which is what I have here. Okay. Now this is what would be considered